It's the only game in town. Separated by just 1 point, the Mite from the mouth of the Mersey meanders into Manchester's mega city. Let's go through the two teams, starting with Manchester City, who are without Jack Grealish because of illness. Ederson is their goalkeeper, despite doubts about his participation. Kyle Walker plays at right back. Akanji, Diaz and Ake make up an unconventional back four, which will see at least one of them wander into midfield. Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden will play in midfield. Rodri will anchor, the other two will float, and Alvarez will tuck in next to Haaland, with Jeremy Doku hugging the left touchline. Kyle Walker captains the team again. For Liverpool, Alisson is their goalkeeper. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk and Tsimikas the back four. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Jones the midfield three. Up front, Salah, Nunez and Diogo Jota. We're about to start. But we're live at the Etihad for Blue against Red, for Pep against Klopp, for Haaland against Salah. We're live on Talksport, and we're underway in the company of Stuart Pearce, and already Liverpool pinched the ball on the halfway line and pulled out of position, so that there are gaps that appear for those supreme attacking talents to take advantage of. Cruyff turned by Alisson under pressure, and he's given the ball straight to Foden on the edge of his own penalty area, and Foden now shoots towards the goal, and he drops on it. Didn't get real venom behind it. It's a massive let-off for Liverpool. Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, it certainly was. As I say, he looked as though he was comfortable in possession, but that belied the fact that he's given a really, really poor pass away at Foden. I think Foden's best option would have been a two-touch straight into Haaland, potentially. He didn't do that, and his shot wasn't very good. And if you're wearing a red shirt at this moment in time, I think City have put them really on the back foot with the way City have come out and started this game. And if Liverpool are going to get something out of the game, I suggest they're going to have to score first in the game.
Well, Liverpool have been sloppy starters. They've conceded the first goal in 7 of their 9 away games this season. It's a habit that they've got into and that they can't really continue if they want to be title challengers. Today's the day for them to show that they can be, and Alisson almost put them into a real sticky spot there, and Jurgen Klopp out now on the touchline just trying to calm and cool tempers, because he knows that his team at this moment in time are just trying to find a way into the game. Corner on the near side, Alvarez to take it. It's a short one into the near post where Bernardo Silva has just dropped forward to take possession of the ball. Comes back to Foden, right edge of the area. His left-footed shot takes a deflection, goes straight into the arms of Alisson, who immediately went to kick long and then slipped. And the elevation, it wasn't good enough, so Ake's got it and he's won it very high up, and he's poked it through to Haaland inside the air, left-footed shot towards the far corner and in. And Alisson's mistake has been ruthlessly punished, and you guessed it, it's Erling Haaland to finish it. He takes another Premier League record and smashes it to bits. The fastest man to 50 Premier League goals, and by some distance. And after another mistake by Alisson, he wasn't going to get away with it twice. And as it came back from Ake to the edge of the box, there was Haaland to smash it to the far corner. And Manchester City lead by a goal to nil.
Well, I think you're going to see in the replay here, I mean, he made a hash of the kick. I understand that. They still have plenty of players behind the ball. And look at Trent Alexander. He was the one who engaged Ake. He just went past him as though he wasn't there. And that freed up Haaland to slide the ball in the net. Poor defending. If you look at two players engaged, Ake, a defender, and he went through the middle of both of them so easily.
Yeah, the warning signs were there. Alisson looks like he's just got off the plane. There was 2 warnings. He's given the ball away twice, and that was the 3rd time. And he's too casual. I mean, whoever thinks goalkeepers can play out, let me just remind you, they wouldn't last 5 minutes, professional level. But they sometimes think they can, and he's given them 2 chances, and eventually they end up scoring. And you're right, Trent gets beat too easy.
Well, you can do all of the diligence that you want to do, make all the plans that you want to make, but if you don't react when someone makes a mistake in those circumstances, and Liverpool didn't, then you'll get punished, especially by a team of this quality. Here is Alvarez on this near side to take the corner kick, and he's going to float it in right-footed. Alvarez puts his left hand in the air as he looks to aim this in towards the far post. It's right under Alisson, who's dropped it, and it's poked in at the far post by Ruben Diaz. Now the referee is initially going to rule out the goal for a foul, but it's going to be checked, and it's going to be checked with scrutiny, because it didn't look that much. What did you think, Stuart Pearce?
Well, the City players have not reacted to it, so that tells me there probably was a slight nudge there. Well, I tell you what,
At least there was a little bit of...
the slightest, anywhere else on the pitch, not a chance of that being a free kick, but it's a modern day game.
For me, it's a blatant foul. He's grabbed his arm to start with before the ball's come in, and then he's leaned on him. You can't touch a keeper now. They give fouls.
I mean, as the neutral in the organisation, I'm going to suggest that was a little bit soft, and it might be weak goalkeeping. I think Alisson's got to do much better. They've checked the disallowed goal, and they're going to go with the on-field decision. But I tell you what, I'm not entirely sure myself about that. I think that was soft.
Yeah, I think the goalie's had contact probably before the ball got to him, and then he thought, you know what, I'll play for a foul, and he certainly got it.
It's a foul.
Haaland before it can reach him, and they're in trouble now, City, because it was 2-on-2, and Diaz has picked it up left hand side, and Nunez is charging through the centre, but look at the space for Salah on the right. Oh, they couldn't reach him. It hit Akanji, and then it bounced off the referee, who got in the way, and he has to give an uncontested drop ball as a fact of that. But the run from Salah there, if they could have found him, if Luis Diaz had picked out a better ball, Salah was free on the edge of the box.
Yeah, and the counter-attack here.
For Doku, down the left-hand side, moving towards the edge of the area. He takes on Matip, he goes on the outside, beats him, slides it through to Haaland. It's saved by the goalkeeper just about, and scrambled clear by Liverpool out towards the far side. What an opportunity for Manchester City at the other end.
Yeah, the game's just sweeping from end to end at the moment. It could be any scoreline come the end of this game, or none at all.
Luis Diaz now takes over from Gravenberch as they motor up towards the City box. It's floated behind the City defence and picked up by Salah. Salah into Trent Alexander-Arnold, who finishes it brilliantly from the edge of the area, driving the ball low and hard and into the far corner, and he gets the equaliser. He goes running over to the corner flag. He puts his finger to his lips to silence the Etihad crowd, and it's the Liverpool fans that go balmy, because Trent Alexander-Arnold has just come up with a rocket from the edge of the area that's made it Manchester City 1, Liverpool 1. Moments ago, Alisson makes a great save at one end as Haaland misses an opportunity, and Alexander-Arnold takes the invitation to equalise at the other. 1-1.
Listen, we spoke at half-time about shoring things up at the back, and we didn't think it was Klopp's philosophy, you know, to drop Alexander-Arnold back into a right-back position and say, stay there. That's why. He's happy to back himself and back his team, and they're back in the game, and this game could go anywhere, Dino.
Well, yeah, and there we've seen Mo Salah didn't run back. Doku takes Matip on in the box, cuts across back, and because Mo Salah stayed up the pitch, when they broke up the other end, Mo Salah's in their 6-yard box, which is where you want him, and Trent, what a finish. One touch to his right foot, bends it in the bottom corner. He's wasted at right back.
It's his first goal of the season. The Liverpool vice-captain steps up just when they needed him the most. An equaliser away at Manchester City, and it's 1-1 at the Etihad, and it's game on now. Stuart Pearce. Foden trying to feed Haaland, he can't quite get down that right channel, but again it's a poor clearance by Alisson, who's gone back, he's pulled his hamstring. The ball's gone towards the edge of the area, it's squeezed towards the far post. They've got to protect their goalkeeper now because Alisson is hobbling. Doku spins, turns the ball into the near post. Diaz turns it round, and it goes behind the way for a corner kick, and Alisson's gone down because he's got a serious ailment, and they're going to have to bring on Kelleher, I think.
Well, just when you think you've seen everything and we're running right to the end of the game, Alisson's cleared one with the outside of his right foot, and I think in the process has pulled his hamstring.
Well, I don't think they can, because Elliott, Gakpo, Endo, Gravenberch and Diaz are already on, so they haven't got another substitution. But he's done his hamstring here, Alisson. He's hobbling around, so he's going to have to be seriously protected here, because we're in the final few seconds of the game. 97 minutes have been played. 8 minutes of added time have been allocated. Alvarez under the goalkeeper, flicked by Haaland, who's beaten him to it, and it's wide. Narrowly wide of the left-hand upright. He came charging in like a wrecking ball in front of Alisson, and he is about half a yard away from winning the game for Manchester City.
Well, great run there by Haaland. He's flashed across the front of the goal, got a little flick on, and Aki was just a foot short of getting a touch at the far post.
I spoke too soon there about world-class goalkeepers. Alisson's had 5 assists for Man City in this game. Someone needs to tell him it's not a Sunday League game.
Ball cleared by Virgil van Dijk, taken by Salah, who's then looked to play it out towards the left. He hesitated slightly. We played 98 minutes. We're going into the 99th minute here at the Etihad. 1-1, finally poised. Hamstring injury for Alisson. They've got to keep the ball away from him. The ball is on the left with Liverpool, and they're attacking now, looking for the winner. They clip it into the box. Luis Diaz flicks it on. Ederson comes out and grabs it. Well, he needed a better touch than that. There's the full-time whistle, and the epic is over. Well, no one takes Manchester City down at their Coliseum, but Liverpool have come about as close as you can get without doing so. The first time that City have been held at home this calendar year, and it's Jurgen Klopp who stops Pep Guardiola from taking another English record. There will be protests. Nunez is already being held back by Jurgen Klopp to stop him from getting himself into trouble with Pep Guardiola. He's having to be shepherded away from the Manchester City manager, who will be arguing that he believes he had a goal that was wrongly disallowed in that second half before the equaliser from Trent Alexander-Arnold. What it means in the fullness of time is that Arsenal have the ability to go top should they win away at Brentford later on today, and underscores just how competitive this Premier League season may well end up being. It's finished at the Etihad. Manchester City 1, Liverpool 1.